There's something seemingly harmless that many seniors do every day, trying to organize things that really should have been decluttered long ago. Are you one of them? You buy more storage bins. You label your cabinets. You believe that if everything is organized, your home will feel lighter. Your mind will feel clearer. But the more you try to tidy things up, the more exhausted you feel. Do you know why? Because the clutter isn't in the way you arrange things. It's in the things themselves. Items that are too old, no longer useful, and no longer serve your life today. This is something most younger people never quite understand. Seniors don't hold on to stuff because they enjoy clutter. They hold on because every item once meant something, because of the just in case, because they're afraid of forgetting something that once mattered. But what if the very things we've been holding on to are the ones holding us back, making us feel heavier, more crowded, and disconnected from the present? Today, we'll take a closer look at 15 things seniors often keep organizing, but really should be decluttering. Not because letting go is easy, but because letting go is necessary. And I hope you'll stay with me until the end of this video, because the 15th item you've been holding on to might just open your eyes to something you've never considered before. And from that moment, maybe, just maybe, your home will begin to feel lighter and your heart too. Let's begin. 1. The medicine cabinet and expired promises. Many seniors open their medicine cabinet each day and are met with a forest of bottles, vitamins, eye drops, joint creams, saline sprays, sleep aids from last year, even prescriptions from a doctor's visit 5 years ago. Does this sound familiar? Elaine, 74, from New Jersey, once had 3 large plastic bins packed with all kinds of medications. Every time she had a headache, she'd need a magnifying glass just to check the expiration dates. One day she accidentally took a pill that had expired 3 years earlier and ended up in the ER due to a dangerous side effect. According to the FDA, up to 40% of seniors in the U.S. keep expired medications thinking, "What if I need this someday?" But here's the truth. Expired medications aren't just ineffective. They can be harmful. They don't need organizing. They need to go. All you truly need is your current prescriptions, a few essential first aid items, and a small container to hold them all. The rest? Let your local CVS or Walgreens take care of them through their free medicine take-back programs. When was the last time you checked your medicine cabinet? Let today be the day you take back your safety. 2. Clothes and shoes kept out of guilt but no longer worn. How many items hang in your closet that you haven't worn in years? A dress from the last wedding you attended? A pair of heels that hurt your feet but were too expensive to give away? A thick wool sweater you used to love but haven't worn in 4 winters? Thomas, 77, from Seattle had 3 full wardrobes, but each week he wore just 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants. I used to think I was keeping them for options, he said. But too many options made me feel overwhelmed instead of prepared. Holding on to clothes you no longer wear is often a way of holding on to an older version of yourself. But you don't need to dress like you're 50 when you have already entered your 70s. What you truly need is comfort, simplicity, and clothes that feel good today, not 10 years ago. Simple suggestion. Keep only the clothes you've worn in the past 3 months. As for the rest, you might be surprised how much joy they can bring someone else, someone who truly needs them now. 3. Old electronics and tangled cords. Folding isn't the same as letting go. Do you have a big box filled with wires, chargers, old cameras, outdated phones, and random batteries that you're not even sure what they're for anymore? Lillian, 79, once tripped over an old phone cord tucked under her couch. That one fall broke her wrist and put her in the hospital for 6 weeks. According to the National Council on Aging, falls are the #1 cause of injury among older adults. Entangled cords are one of the most common culprits. So, why keep things you don't use? But that could hurt you. Here's what works. Keep only the chargers for devices you actually use. Maybe a phone, maybe a tablet. That's enough. The rest, take them to Best Buy. They'll recycle them for free. Letting go of the clutter on your floor might just save you from the pain of a fall. 4. Small decorative items. Less is more when it comes to beauty. Have you noticed that the more trinkets, vases, and photo frames you have, the more exhausting cleaning becomes? Donna, 81, from Texas, had a long shelf displaying nearly 40 ceramic souvenirs collected from trips she took over the past 20 years. Every time she cleaned, she felt both tired and guilty. This one was a gift from my daughter. That one from our Europe trip. But over time, she realized she had so many pieces she couldn't truly appreciate any of them. Memories don't live in quantity. They live in connection. Keep only the few items you truly love. The rest, pass them on to loved ones or try seasonal rotation, changing your display every few months. Are you holding on to too many memories? Leaving no space for the present? 5. Papers and documents kept out of fear, not necessity. One of the most common reasons many seniors don't declutter paperwork is because they're not sure what can actually be thrown away. An electric bill from 2014, an old insurance card, a clinic receipt from a place that no longer exists. Sound familiar? According to ARP, 70% of older adults can't locate important documents in an emergency because they're buried under stacks of unnecessary papers. A gentle solution. All you truly need in a fireproof box is your will, current medical and insurance documents, a few essential bank statements. Everything else you can scan it digitally or let it go with peace of mind. What's the oldest piece of paper you still keep? Maybe it's time to breathe easier when you open that odd drawer. Sometimes we think we just need a little more organizing to make the house feel tidy. But the truth is, it's not about needing more space to store. It's about needing less to store. Now that we've covered some of the more visible clutter, let's move into the hidden corners, the ones every home seems to have. 6. Tupperware and food containers, where mess hides in plain sight. Have you ever opened your plastic container cabinet and had a dozen lids fall on your feet? Gloria, 76, from Sacramento shared that she used to have an entire cabinet full of Tupperware. I thought I needed a lot to store leftovers, she laughed, but I only used 3 containers a week. The rest were lidless, cracked, or warped beyond use. According to the FDA, old plastic containers can contain chemicals that aren't safe for long-term food storage, and bacteria can hide in the scratches. The fix is simple. Keep just 6 to 8 good quality containers with lids that you use regularly. As for the rest, donate them to a senior center or recycle them responsibly. When was the last time you tried matching all the lids and containers in your kitchen? 7. Kitchen gadgets held onto with a someday mindset. Do you still have a juicer from 2009? A bread maker you used twice? Ron, 80, from Oregon, had an entire drawer filled with rarely used kitchen tools. Odd knives, cookie molds, a handheld mixer, and even a fondue set. Each item had a reason to stay, he said. But I haven't used any of them in 5 years. His kitchen slowly became hard to cook in because he had to dodge so many machines. Holding on to unused gadgets means giving your present space to old expectations. Ask yourself, have I used this in the past 6 months? If not, you already know what to do. Is there a kitchen tool you're keeping just because it used to be expensive? Maybe it's time to let it go and let someone else make use of it. 8. Cleaning supplies meant for cleanliness, but often create chaos. How many different bottles of cleaning solution do you have? One for the kitchen, one for the floor, one for mirrors, another for tile. May, 82nd, from North Carolina, used to keep over 20 bottles under her sink. I thought having everything meant I'd clean better, she said. But every time I mopped the floor, I'd waste time deciding which bottle to use. One day, she accidentally inhaled fumes from mixing 2 strong cleaners and passed out on the spot. According to the CDC, cleaning-related accidents among older adults have increased by over 30% in the past decade. Stick to just 3. 1 all-purpose cleaner, 1 toilet cleaner, and a bit of white vinegar. The rest, They only add confusion and risk. Have you ever felt more exhausted after cleaning than before you even started? 9. Towels and bed linens folded neatly but far from comfortable. Every time you fold your linen closet, do you ask yourself, why do I have 10 sheet sets but only use 2? Nancy, 79, from Florida said she used to keep all the bedding from when her children still lived at home. I always thought maybe when they visit they'll need them, she said. But every year they brought their own things. Holding on to too many towels and linens not only takes up space, it gives you more to manage, fold, and wash. You only really need 2 to 3 sets of sheets per bed, 4 to 6 bath towels per person. The rest, consider donating to an animal shelter, a local refuge, or repurpose them as cleaning rags. When was the last time you used that towel sitting at the bottom of your closet? 10. Just-in-case papers. The more you keep, the harder they are to find. Some people keep an entire box of outdated documents, old bank statements from 1997, electric bills from 2012, even photocopies of long-expired ID papers. Jean, 75, shared that when she needed her insurance card during an emergency, she spent 30 minutes digging through drawers, all because of old papers that were never sorted. According to ARP, nearly 70% of older adults can't locate the documents they need in urgent situations. What should you keep? Your will, current medical and insurance paperwork, most recent financial statements. Everything else, digitize it or let it go. Are you holding on to something out of fear, even though you'll likely never need it? We've walked through kitchens, paper drawers, and cabinets filled with well-worn items. But there are still deeper things we hold on to, not because we need them, but because of emotions, memories, or habit. 11. Items you might need someday, but no longer fit your life today. Do you remember the last time you used that hiking stick or that giant suitcase you once took on long trips? Carl, 78, used to be an avid motorcyclist. His garage was filled with repair tools, helmets, gear bags, all untouched for the past 15 years. I kept thinking, maybe one day I'll ride again, he shared. But the truth is my knees won't allow it anymore. And instead of sparking motivation, those old items made him feel sad, like he wasn't himself anymore. Holding on to items from an old lifestyle can sometimes be a quiet way of denying your present. Try this. Pick 3 things you used to use all the time, but haven't touched in over 2 years. Now ask yourself, why am I really holding on to this? Are you keeping something just because you're afraid to admit that you've changed? 12. Decorative items filling the room, but draining the calm. Have you ever felt tired just looking around your living room? Not because it's messy, but because there's just too much. Porcelain figurines, faded photos, souvenirs, empty vases. Mrs. Teresa, 75, once said, I used to believe the more decor I had, the warmer the home felt. But I realized I had no space to rest my mind. And every dusting session became a sigh. When a room is too full, it doesn't allow you to feel fully present. A simple tip, rotate your decorations each season, or keep just the truly meaningful pieces. Let your space breathe. If you could only keep 3 decorations in your home, what would they be? 13. Photographs. Hundreds of them rarely truly seen. Do you have a big box of old photos you never open or prints that have faded with people long gone? Mrs. June, 80, had 17 photo albums and 2 bins of old frames. I kept them out of fear of forgetting. But the truth is, I never really looked at them again. Then one day, her grandson made her a small photo book, 50 carefully chosen pictures from all her albums. I cried when I saw it. For once, I could truly enjoy my memories. Pick your 50 favorite photos. Scan them. Make a new album. The rest you don't need to forget. Just hold them gently in your heart. Do you keep photos to remember, or because you're afraid to forget how fully you once lived? 14. Gifts kept out of guilt, not joy. Have you ever kept a gift you didn't really like just because you felt guilty throwing it out? a strange vase, a mismatched picture frame, a knick-knack from a distant relative 10 Thanksgivings ago. What? Mr. Harold, 73, had an entire gift cabinet. I was afraid people would visit and not see the gift they gave me. But eventually, he realized unused gifts were crowding out the space he truly needed. Keep only the gifts you truly enjoy. The rest, donate them or pass them on so they can bring joy somewhere else. Are you keeping something not for you, but to avoid hurting someone else? 15. The beliefs you tell yourself, I can't let go. This is the one you've been waiting for. Because this isn't just about objects. It's about a belief that many seniors carry quietly. I can't change anymore. I'm too old. I've always lived this way. What if I throw it out and need it later? But the truth is, these thoughts are what keep the clutter alive. Mr. Leon, 76, lived in a house full of just-in-case items. But peace never came until one day he started with just one thing. A broken chair he'd meant to fix for 20 years. I thought I couldn't throw it away. But when I finally did, I cried because I felt light. Final question for you. What are you still holding on to just because you think you have to? And what would happen if you let it go? We've just walked through 15 items, or rather 15 crossroads, where every senior eventually asks a hard question. Do I still need this? Or am I just used to having it? Some things are kept out of habit, some out of fear of forgetting, and some simply because you believe you can't let go. But decluttering isn't just physical. It's how you care for your mind. It's how you remind yourself, I deserve to live in a space that feels light, a space no longer weighed down by the past. People like Mr. Leon, Mrs. Teresa, or Gloria, they weren't just people who got rid of stuff. They were people who carried a lifetime of memories and chose to keep only what made life today more meaningful. And you can begin, too. You don't need to do it all in one day. Just choose one item from today's list. One drawer, one kitchen shelf, one memory, and slowly, one small step at a time, you'll feel the lightness enter your home, your breath, your morning. I want you to imagine this. One day, you open a cabinet that used to make you sigh, and it feels weightless. No more stacked bins, no more tangled cords, no more just-in-case clutter. You walk into your living room bathed in light and everything feels just right. In that simplicity, you hear your own heart. Calm, peaceful. If you saw yourself in today's video, leave a comment below. Tell me which item was the hardest to let go. What's the phrase you repeat to yourself when decluttering? You're not alone. Many in the senior-riz community are on this journey too. Decluttering, releasing, and living again more deeply, more beautifully. Don't forget to subscribe if this video spoke to you. There's so much more we want to share about living light, living with purpose, and making every day count, no matter your age. Thank you for staying until the very end. And if today you begin with just one small act, letting go of something that no longer serves you, then you've already taken a big step toward a more peaceful future.